So we've gone across Silverstein. We passed Parkway, which I think is the Pisgah Astronomical Research Institute. I think that's what it is. They have some major telescopes up there that you can see out into the night sky. It's pretty impressive. I've wanted to go and do like one of their little tour things, because up here there's no light pollution. So right now, right up here is 281. I'm sorry, 215. My apologies, 215. So we're gonna make a left onto 215 from here and climb the rest of 215 to the Blue Ridge Parkway and go and see what it's looking like up there. Looks a little bit it is overcast, but the weather is great from a perspective of inlet air temps, which are 89 degrees. So yeah, we're gonna go make our way up to the top. So decided to actually turn on a camera, but I didn't mount anything to the front grille or the rear bumper or any of that garbage. So you're getting a headrest view out the front of the car. It's just how it is. Anyway, away we go. I guess I can't put any music on. I'm in kind of a little spot here that's a little bumpy. But let's see, here's a sign for Parkway. Did I get it right? Actually, it just says Parkway on it, but I'm pretty positive it means Pisgah Astronomical Research Institute. Anyway, away we go. Spirited drive, just wanted to get out of the house and run the car. Like I said, it is a little bit chilly out today, so you know, summer tires in 48 degree weather, and as we climb it'll get even chillier, so probably not the best to let's see, let's go. Yuck. Let's see, what do we got? In other cases, it's kind of, you know, some tight hairpins and switchbacks and stuff. So I know Tail of the Dragon is the most well-known of the roads in western North Carolina. However, the Cashers Highlands Plateau, you know, going up towards Silva or even out over towards Lake Glenville, there are some pretty incredible roads. Walnut Creek is pretty complex. Buck Creek is pretty complex. Silverstein coming up, even coming up 215 in this area, all the way from 64 is a nice drive. You really start to kind of hit the twisties higher up the mountain as we climb up. Sometimes you get some long straightaways. Like I said, I'm not out for too spirited of a drive, just kind of wanting to drive. But I mean, look at this. So, yeah, it's a great ride. Charlie's Creek, I believe it's called, is practically at the top. Great driving road, but when you're coming Silva going towards Cashers. Anyway. So, like I said, just out for a somewhat leisurely drive. Also not looking to get a possible speeding ticket by some sheriff that decided to be out on a Sunday morning on Highway 215. So, there's a lot of little spots around corners that they can sit and nail you as you're coming out. So, on this road, haven't really seen a lot of them, but today would be my day. So, I mean, hopefully the view's not too bad through the camera. I really don't. Oh, look, horses. You are in rural North Carolina for sure. But it is a fantastic place to live. And, oh, go that way, squirrel. You can avoid hitting wildlife. It's nice. Sometimes it's a choice between, do you run over that squirrel or do you go into oncoming traffic? Start kind of getting into a little bit more of the twists and turns. That would suck coming around that corner. I'm not saying that. Blue Ridge Parkway, after Helene, was closed for quite a long time. You can only go so far. Only certain parts of it were reopened. Oh, that's a low branch. Low for a Mustang. And a truck, you're hitting that. Wanted to get out on the road a bit earlier. Listen, man, you come around a corner. What you gotta pay attention to on these roads is people not used to driving them and trying to straighten the road on a blind turn, and then they're in your lane. So kind of makes for a shitty day at that point. And we are under a wind advisory up here. The higher I go, the higher the winds. They said anything above 3,500 feet was under a heavy wind advisory. So I'm not too concerned about getting blown around the road. Tight turn and then straight up. Letting the car do the work. I'm not too concerned about trying to set a Highway 215 record getting to the top. It's nice though because we're kind of getting some sun now. Luckily, we have not gotten stuck behind anyone. Here's a long turn. When you see signs that say 20 miles an hour, usually you kind of want to stick to it, especially if you've not driven the road before. Not that I am a professional driver. I am not. I'm just someone that likes to go out for a little spirited drive. There's Charlie's Creek. You know, it looks like they've paved part of it. That's a fun road. That's a fun road, and it'll take you south, and then forget the name of the road that will take you. I think it's 281 that it'll connect to, and it takes you. You can take 281 over towards Highway 107. That's a really nice drive. A lot of fun. You can get stuck behind some very slow cars that are just kind of barely making it to wherever they're going. That's one of the things about the area. It's very touristy, so you end up with, you know, in the fall you get the leaf lookers that want to stop in the middle of the road to take a photo while they have a line of cars behind them, even if you're just trying to get to work or trying to get to the grocery store. You know, in the summer you have a lot of people just 20 miles an hour under the speed limit, just meandering through the mountains. And you know, some of it comes down to just be courteous to everybody else. Use the slow vehicle turnouts, move over if you can, let people go, because while it is a touristy area, you know, there's a lot of people that live up here too, and they work up here, and being stuck behind someone doing 15, 20 miles an hour under the speed limit is aggravating, even if you're not looking to go on a spirited drive. Wow, the wind is kicking. I actually felt that little gust kind of on the side of the car. It is kicking up right now. I don't know if you can hear it, but I mean, it is slapping against the side of the car. Pay attention to, and there's small debris in the road, but I can come around any turn here and end up with a big tree limb in the road. Late March, April time period's a good time to still drive these roads and still get some really epic views, because a lot of the trees don't have the leaves on them yet, so it doesn't block a lot of the view. Look at this, it's like just kicking up the dirt. Probably hard to see on the camera. A lot of the views are still available even while you're driving. So March, April. March is still a little bit chilly, especially at this altitude. But it still makes for a good drive as long as you're kind of, you know, paying attention, not pushing too hard on cold tires, and keeping safe. Getting up to the top of the Blue Ridge here. We'll turn on to the Blue Ridge for a little bit. There's a nice little overview. nice overlook up here. Going down that way is Waynesville. You end up coming down into Waynesville, and that is a beautiful drive. It's all downhill at that point, though, so it's I may go that way. I'm not sure. Let's see. Oh, I should have went that over there. We are gonna go this way. I should have turned that way to begin with. Another good driving road up to the Blue Ridge is 276 out of Brevard. I've done that drive multiple times. A lot of fun. Right now we're going northeast, if you want to be technical about it. You can literally take this all the way up towards Asheville. Actually, it goes for 500 miles, I believe it is. You can take this into the Virginias. I think it goes into West Virginia, I believe. But you're not at this elevation at that point. North Carolina has one of the, I don't know why my voice cracked. North Carolina has one of the highest points east of the Mississippi. I think it's Mount Mitchell. I think it's 6,600. It's 6,600 feet, I believe. So we'll park over here and see if we can